Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari was supposed to be one of the most iconic moments in Formula One history.
Told a
seven-time world champion joining the legendary Italian team.
F1's greatest
It sounded like a dream partnership built to bring glory back to Maranello. But just a few races into the 2025 season, that dream is starting to unravel. And now Hamilton himself has thrown a massive spotlight on what's really happening inside Ferrari. What started as quiet paddock whispers has now become a storm of controversy, all sparked by Hamilton's public frustration with the SF25 and the huge claim that his car isn't performing like Charles Leclerc's. And if that wasn't enough, Hamilton has dropped a hint that could reshape Ferrari's future and the entire Formula One group. An exit clause in his contract that might let him walk away before the season ends. Hamilton has never been one to air dirty laundry, especially not this early in a team partnership. But after 3 frustrating races, his patience is clearly wearing thin. It began after the Japanese Grand Prix, where Hamilton gave a statement that shook the foundation of the team. He said there's a performance gap, a deficit
mirror and the right mirror. They're still there.
Straightforward and impossible to ignore.
Comes Lando Norris over to the teams to get it right. We're looking at the pit stop for the top 2 in the Grand Prix.
SF25
Monaco, they're not separated by much, but the place now belongs to Verstappen.
That kind of claim is extremely
and Lando
serious.
Norris
In
nurses
Formula
home the
1,
McLaren.
both drivers should
Welcome to
have
the resumption of the drivers after one of Verstappen's greatest laps.
Veterans hints that something isn't right. It sends
but the
alarm
only way
bells
you really
ringing.
find out
For Hamilton to
how it
speak up like
performs
this
is
means the issues are real and ongoing.
Up and under
And
on
it's
the
not just
exit,
one race
squeeze on
from
the throttle
Bahrain
with
to
fresher
Japan.
tyres.
The problems with the
Throughout so much of it.
SF25
It's the
have
better
been stacking
challenge from
up,
what we've seen so
and
far. So
Ferrari
Lewis has
now
got to try
finds
and
itself in a tough spot. In
Bahrain,
Bahrain, Hamilton finished a painful 6th place, 34 seconds behind Oscar Piastri, the race winner. It wasn't just the pace that was disappointing. The car looked unstable, unpredictable, and clearly difficult to drive. The pit stops were poorly timed, tire degradation was brutal, and there was no confidence in the braking zones. At one point, Hamilton's frustration boiled over on the team radio.
Yeah, be careful, be
I can't
careful.
even brake anymore, it's just ridiculous, he said. That's not something you'd expect from someone with over 100 wins and more than a decade of experience at the top of the sport. What's even more concerning is that Charles Leclerc hasn't been having the same complaints. While his results haven't been dominant either, Leclerc seems to be more comfortable with his car. This raises the question, are the 2 cars really the same? Is there something in the setup, the engineering choices, or even the internal dynamics of the team that's giving Leclerc
we're
an edge?
racing to turn number 1.
Hamilton's
There is
remarks
the
have
shot
brought
from
all of
Max
this into the
Verstappen. He planned that and he's held the lead.
Fans, analysts, and
stay
rival
with his
teams
teammate
are
now
all
and both
watching
catch up
closely.
to George Russell.
The
And then he
situation
might
reached
get
a
the pay.
boiling point after the Japanese Grand Prix, where Ferrari once again failed to deliver a competitive performance. That's when Hamilton made his most revealing comment yet, saying flat out that his side of the garage is underperforming, and that something fundamental is wrong with the car. This wasn't just a technical critique. It was a direct signal to Ferrari's leadership that things need to change fast. Ferrari responded with a crisis meeting. Senior figures, including the team boss and technical director, reportedly gathered to figure out how to fix the car and calm the growing tension. The team acknowledged the problems: lack of grip, balance issues, overheating tires, and pit stop delays, but the solutions are still unclear. Hamilton, despite his frustrations, remained composed. He acknowledged the team's efforts to improve the car, but he also made it clear that they're running out of time.
And
now comes the biggest twist in this story,
a long,
contract clause that could allow Hamilton to leave Ferrari
when they go out.
if he falls outside the top 3 in the championship standings. That clause wasn't public knowledge until now, but insiders have confirmed its existence. After Bahrain, Hamilton was only 6 points ahead of George Russell in 4th. That means 1 or 2 more poor races, and the clause could be triggered. If that happens, Hamilton could walk away from Ferrari as early as this summer.
And he's trailing his
this clause
teammate
completely
again.
changes the dynamics
So is
of the
this just growing
2025
pain?
season. It's no longer just about race results. It's about whether Ferrari can convince Hamilton to stay. They don't just need a better car, they need it fast. The upgrades planned for Imola could be the team's last chance to turn things around. If
Or is
those
Ferrari
updates fail
already
to close
letting
the performance
Hamilton
gap,
down?
Hamilton might decide
much
that
longer?
enough is enough. There's already talk in the paddock about where Hamilton could go next if he activates the clause. Mercedes has kept the door open, and with George Russell already there, a reunion could be on the table. There's also Aston Martin, who are set to receive Honda engines in 2026, the same manufacturer that helped power Red Bull and Verstappen to multiple championships. That kind of partnership could be tempting, especially if Ferrari's engine development continues to struggle. But this isn't just about Hamilton. If he leaves Ferrari, it will send shockwaves through the entire F1 driver market. Teams will reshuffle, contracts will be renegotiated, and young drivers could suddenly find themselves in unexpected positions. Ferrari, for its part, would be left with a major headache. Losing a driver like Hamilton isn't just about losing talent. It's about losing leadership, experience, and the belief that the team can win championships. Looking deeper into Ferrari's current situation, the signs of internal pressure building on years of development and testing, but instead it has exposed more weaknesses than strengths. The lack of balance makes it hard to manage tire wear, and without confidence in braking, drivers are forced to back off instead of pushing to the limit. For a team that wants to win titles, that's unacceptable. Hamilton's decision to speak out wasn't impulsive, it was calculated. By making his frustrations
George
public,
Russell with what
he's sending
will be
a clear message to Ferrari's top
and then you see,
management.
surely
Improve now or I'm gone. And because of his status in the sport, that message carries weight. When Hamilton talks, the entire Formula One world listens. His comments have already started a broader conversation about equality within teams and how drivers are treated behind the scenes. Some fans have speculated that Hamilton may have walked into a team that still sees Leclerc as the long-term leader. After all, Leclerc has been with Ferrari for years and has built strong relationships with the engineers and technical